Sa mga kababayan kong Pilipino who are continuing the fight and struggle to spread the truth about the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime and families like it. Do not stop until absolute victory is won. For this time, the revolution that you have begun is truly a people's revolution, unlike that of EDSA 1 and 2, which were revolutions instigated not by the people but by the elites and the oligarchs to put themselves in power. And once they are in power, the Filipino people and their families find themselves once again out in the cold. The onset of new technologies like Skype, Twitter, Instagram has given new generation of Filipinos new tools to speak their mind and practice their right to free speech as citizen of a democratic nation. From what I have heard and read, which saddens me deeply, that the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime are once again up to their old trick of twisting the laws in their favor to threaten Filipinos with imprisonment who dare speak the truth about this family. You and I, mga kababayan, know this is not new. How the Aquino political dynastic regime twist the law to preserve and serve their selfish hold on power and wealth. As a result of this greed, many innocent Filipinos suffer and suffer dearly. And in some cases, like in the case of Hacienda Luisita and the Mandiola protest, innocent Filipinos lost their lives, leaving behind widowed wife and fatherless children. You may ask yourself, so why does this family do this? They do this because they fear that the Filipino people are slowly becoming immune to the lies that they tell and to the propaganda that they propagate. And as a result of this immunity, the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime is slowly losing grip upon our beloved nation and people. So a little message to the Mary Magdalene, aka Chris Aquino of this family. No matter how you try to silence the truth once out cannot be silenced. Never forget, mga kababayan, as it was stated in the Bible, John 8:32, the truth will set you free. It is by the power of the truth that we as a united people who believe strongly in the truth, freedom, free speech, justice, equality, and the ideals of humanism, it is through this power and strength that we will oust the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regimes and family like it, and finally and truly liberate our nation from its hardship, poverty, and suffering. Mga kababayan, never fear their threats, because if they are going to send you to prison for speaking the truth, then they might as well send the entire nation to prison, because the nation is slowly waking up and is slowly speaking their mind and slowly speaking the truth. Yes, mga kababayan, the time has finally come when the Filipino people are slowly waking up from the nightmare we know as the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime. They cannot send the entire nation behind bars for speaking the truth, mga kababayan. Let the greats of history who fought for freedom be your guide, mga kababayan. Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Che Guevara, Mandela, to name a few. The truth that the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime, buried deep, is slowly rising to the top. As a result, many Filipinos are beginning to question the propaganda and lies that Filipino people were forced to believe by the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime. Mga kababayan, do not let Pinoy and Chris Aquino milking the legacy of their parents derail you from seeking and speaking the truth. For this legacy of their parents that Pinoy and Chris continue to milk is a legacy based not on the truth but on lies and propaganda. So Pinoy and Chris, stop milking the legacy of your parents because its power over the Filipino people is slowly losing its grip. So once again, I call upon the people of the Philippines, farmers, soldiers, policemen, pretty much every citizens of our beloved nation who believe that a better tomorrow for themselves, their families and their children is possible, to rise and unite to oust those in power. Because those who are in power has done nothing to our nation and people but to continue to shame our beloved motherland, prolong the suffering of our people, and soak the land we call home with the blood of the innocent. It is time for us to unite as a people, to build a wall of truth that cannot be torn down. And with a single voice, we must shout, enough is enough. The Filipino people and their families have suffered too long. The Filipino people and their families have been lied too long. Their hope has been taken away from them. Their trust has been abused too much by families like the Aquino Cojuangco political dynastic regime. Long live to your struggle, mga kababayan. Keep pushing, keep striving. Eventually, we will reach and attain our goal of absolute victory.